And then yep, here we go. Alright, time to go rank it up. So I should be, yep, fully maxed to trusted. And another question. And 7,000 will laud you for your service to the cafe. Greeting, Echo. This unit commends your fulfillment of objectives related to the care and feeding of the Grebulov customers. Pescatarian menu items in particular have met with high approval ratings. Your mission is proceeding, as audio reports indicate your people would say, swimmingly. Much for the Mercurians and the Grebulovs, and the last dregs that know the sign of joyful cultural exchange, but don't take our word for it. Come and see. Should have gotten some water before doing this. My voice is already protesting at me doing this to it. Right. I think I'll be fine. Oh, wait. Let me take this off of there. Don't need that right now. Keep an eye on that one. They've already polished off 3 bowls of soup today. Well-fed Grebulovs provide important mission data. Soup-related sacrifices must be made. Oh, you like making customers happy. Admit it. This unit merely acknowledges customer satisfaction as more conductive to mission objectives than mutual hostility. Speaking of which, Patron 005 and Patron 006 should be closely monitored. You're saying the subject on me, will it? Wait, we're Patron 005 and 006. Yo, what? Those the no, those aren't ancients. I bet these are the dude from the final area of the Dead Ends. Guys that sacrifice themselves to the Golden Lion thing. Hail, newcomer patrons. I, Jammingway, would like to personally welcome you to the Last Dregs. Can you tell me a bit about your home star? Analyzing metaphysical waveform. Nihilism protocols activated. I don't know what kind of beeping sound to make for that one. Apologize. Shared in our truth and shared the self. This is where universe 2 is finite. Only in death may we embrace true infinity. You just assassinate my barista? Why would you do that? Situational analysis complete. New customers are of the Nibiran civilization. The society eliminated concepts deemed unpleasant by organic life forms, such as war and death. In so doing, individuals attain physical immortality in a state of unified comprehension. Their projections were insufficient, however. The Nibiran people only realized that the elimination of strife would similarly destroy their sources of joy when it was too late. At that point, they jointly decided it would be preferable to return to non-existence. Oh, okay, these are the dudes from the final area of the Dead Ends. Interesting. Pardon this unit for a moment. Halting shutdown processes. Troubleshooter initialized. Repair features and self-determination algorithm restored. Have you returned this being to the finite? The golden mercy of Vrala was so close at hand. Sweet mother, this is terrifying. Cultural exchange be damned, we can't let them near other patrons. On the contrary, this unit believes that exposure to other civilizations may benefit these customers, and invites them to tour the local simulations of dead worlds. To be certain, the nature of other civilizations is a long-held curiosity of ours. It may be interesting to discuss their inherent utility. That is the spirit. All societies and ultima thule are subject to unique manifestations of despair, so this unit recommends comparing each to the tragic perfection of the Nibiran. Beyond favor. To arrive at philosophical resonance with such being will fill much time before blessed obliteration. The hells. I hope you have a plan to prevent this place from falling into despair. Hells seem more appropriate right now. You have already demonstrated to the peoples of multiple fuel that despair can be overcome. Projections indicate that once restored, hope is not so easily extinguished. So you think they'll be able to help each other, like you saved M104 just now? Suppose I should be glad they took you up on it. Those Nibiru would make my fur stand on end. I don't want them anywhere near Elysium. It would be nice if we could cure them of their Inui, of course, but I cannot see how. The Nibiru of the last dead civilization with sufficient data for replication. Should it prove impossible to turn them into satisfied customers, the probability of further developments on Elysium low. That is frustrating. Why must they be so much scarier than the other two? I retract my complaints about our suit budget. Oh, we gotta bring the... But what if we invite patrons from other civilizations instead? Aya, for instance. There's no reason to, we have to build all of our own customers, and they seem rather thoughtful. At the very least, it would make good practice in philosophical debate. They're master debaters. Unit cannot guarantee any amount of practice preparing to defeat the Nibiru. However, it agrees that inviting local life forms to the last dregs would be good for business. Oh geez, we're gonna go get involved with the Aya again, huh? Hate the Aya. Actually, I don't. Yeah, kind of adorable, not gonna lie. Pretty cool. I like the design. I'll never forget that they took Cat Mommy from me at the end of the game, though. Never forgive, never forget. Ride the Ishtola train until the day we die. Let's see here. See what the AI have to say about some philosophical debate with the Nibiru. Could have just boarded here, but more time listening to the music. Current objective. Convince prospective Aya patrons of the desirability of last Dreg's sustenance. Search for potential customers in this vicinity. Can you ask around the scary circle where everyone stares at the sky? Thanks in advance. Here we go. Argumentative Aya. Venue for replenishment and discourse, you say? Once visited similar establishments. They are memorialized today through the existence of our restaurant, where we traditionalists gather to store our ether and vent our petty miseries upon one another. Civilization is young, so perhaps you do not yet understand that one such location is more than enough. Even the most transcendent minds can only understand so much vacuous discourse. Vacuous? Vacuous? Me no English good. Corporeal beings derive meaning from patronizing this cafe, you say? Felicitations. Personally, I have long since parted from such material concerns in favor of staring contemplatively into the abyss. Jesus, what the fuck? To begin chasing hopes and dreams now would be to betray my very principles. Yeah, the AA ain't having none of this hope and optimism bullshit. They're all about the pessimism. And edgy as shit. Yeah, I just want to sit here and stare into the endless abyss for the rest of my days. What is your report, Echo? It's fucked, man. We gotta get out of here. Moon's haunted. One would think they could at least show a bit of respect to you, of all people. Out of self-preservation, if not else. What, you think I'm gonna fuck with the Aya? I'm about to start a war. Probability for developments on Elysian is now infinitesimal. No, I refuse to give up. Their terrible attitudes are all the more reason to make them see the light. Between the three of us, we will get them to enjoy themselves. Illicit threat acknowledged. Initializing joint operation. What protocols? However, this unit was also acknowledged the non-zero probability of failure. In such a scenario, the odds of ever securing the patronage of the Aya and Nibiru must be revised to hopeless. Projections indicate that the business may not survive this outcome. You're as bad as they are sometimes, you know that? What are we gonna do about it then? You mentioned the Aya once offered you food, did you not? They don't consider themselves beyond the concept of a repast. There must be a way to build on that to make them understand. I don't know, man. I don't think there's any getting through the Aya. Final events at Endwalker didn't do anything, so I don't know if one rabbit boy and one robot boy are going to make much difference. They already proven they don't care about one boy or a light girl. I'm going to vote by staring once again. Curious, is this a physical potion? No, we're simply seeking an enlightened opinion. You seem very focused, so none would be better suited to answer a few questions. I suppose that would be within the bounds of my principles. As time is inherently meaningless, you will not cost me what might otherwise have mattered. Hey, wait a moment, and I will see if other rationally minded individuals are interested in this diversion. Ah, I'll leave the debating to you. What the f- No. Don't leave the debating to me. Have you seen how I communicate? Literally got smile, shrug shoulders, and wave hands. Frowny face. I don't have the fucking capacity to do debate lording with some Ayas. I'll leave the debating to you, Echo. See if you can stimulate their inquiring minds enough to draw them to the cafe. This is going poorly. You have to choose the appropriate phrases to generate interest in the last drags. As a result, quantification may take several minutes and you wish to cancel entertaining duty finder registrations. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. I'm gonna shrug and head tilt and nod and smile my way through this. Bad streaming. Yep, there's the face nod. Really, there is not like a rousing examination take one's mind off the ceaseless torment of existence. What the fuck is wrong with you? Did we start with 350,173 questions or so? Is this customary? No, I don't have that kind of time. You have to condense that to like 1 or 2, homie. 350,000? I was thinking more in the neighborhood of 3. Yeah, Jammyway's on the right page. See that in my cognitive agitation, I neglected to account for your base intellects. Carry on with your paltry queries, then. You have an interest in gustatory sensations? What the? Who the fuck talks like this? Do you enjoy a good meal? Do you have an interest in gustatory sensations? We long ago abandoned the pursuit of gustatory sensations. Though we yet consume ether to sustain ourselves, we do not experience any particular sensation beyond the satiation of hunger. That is perfectly sufficient, though I am curious. You indicated that many beings gather to consume sustenance at your cafe. These beings experience gustatory sensations in unison. This does not confuse and upset them. Nothing wrong with having a meal with people. Quite the opposite. Taste is key to customer satisfaction, and our customers are very satisfied, I assure you. Dear God, what's the robot gonna say? Curiosity detected. This unit concludes that your question piqued their interest. Right. Me know English well. Many new beings suggest that gustatory sensations are a primary consideration for your establishment. Biologically, however, these are not more than a secondary mechanism to prevent primitive organisms from starving to death. Explain this contradiction. Biology is not the only determinant of a good life, you know. Perhaps a truly comprehend our argument requires tasting for yourselves. Is it your contention that regardless of their evolutionary purpose, gustatory sensations provide intangible, perhaps psychological or spiritual benefits? Intriguing. Second. Right, sorry. Discord. Ultimately, I'm convincing if your aim remains to entice us to your cafe. Perception of substance is necessarily determined by the nature of one's gustatory and olfactory organs. To assume that all beings would experience the same positive outcomes is preposterous. Did I fuck this up? That is true. Nevertheless. Fucked up. Told you guys this was a bad idea. Intellectual stimulation is present. The curiosity levels are not yet critical. This unit proposes additional discourse. Though I acknowledge that there is some logic to your argument, we are perhaps in an impasse given our form's lack of physicality. Nevertheless, I am curious to know what manner of taste you would present us with, having gustatory organs. Taste in all volatile fuel, nay, the universe, a taste of your formalized corporeal beings, perhaps. The best taste of all. Go big or go home. Disappointing, though unsurprising, suggestion. Perhaps your intellect simply lacks the capacity to understand that physical perceptions are subjective and therefore fallible. Even allowing the possibility of a best taste, regardless of culture and individual gustatory perception, I am unconvinced of the benefit of this knowledge. We longed for ultimately meaningless physical experiences. We would not have done away with our corporeal forms. You do acknowledge the existence of meaningful experiences. What do you long for, then? Did I fuck up again? Based on past data, this unit suggests that altering the menu to suit the civilization in question would be prudent. Preparation of historically accurate sustenance will be no simple task. If the hirsute being insist on accomplishing it, is this compulsion intrinsically or extrinsically motivated? I'll just suggest that making you happy refer you ask my current quest. It's already pissed me off. Oh, I want to pick that one just to see what happens. Our deepest and most heartful desire to see hope restored to the universe. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to break the fourth wall here. Increased in customer satisfaction. These positive changes in the nearby dynamis. How grammatically sound? No way that was the right question, the right answer. If you know that this was all a game to you, that is fair enough given my perception or reasons for participation. But this behavior is quite unlike the primitive organic beings of our records. We grow increasingly certain of your ability to fulfill our desires. Aww. I wish to recreate the alien's favorite flavors as extremely organic, I swear. You're primitive, even. The AF delight in cultural argument. Acknowledgement of their place as gears in an unfeeling machine of progress has stressed them. Knowledge indicates their expectation of allied units have been dampened by this display of cold rationality. Yeah, you got no feelings for the primitives, huh? I fucked this up. In any case, mission objective complete. Allied units' performance will be logged as capable. Well, we take capable. Good enough in my book. Take those. That's a W in my book. You see that you indeed have few questions. One may be partake in sensory experiences. First, we need to prepare a full course for gustatory experimentation. Experimentation, you say? That sounds most agreeable. This unit may suggest that echoes flesh when make a doodle medium. Yeah, help yourself. Just take off a couple of bits. I can grow back. Oh, I quite agree. No one has tasted more taste than the intrepid Echo. The palate is refined and are bravely unmatched. You'll be the perfect candidate to try any and all dishes we prepare. Then you need only scan and transmit the sensory perception data to the AO's consciousness. Oh, I can beam my memories and stuff to the AO, huh? I have been eating some good food. You know, them sunset nibble. The carrot nibbles or whatever they're called. Whatever I use. Pumpkin ratatouille, perhaps. It's unclear at present what their people may have eaten in their corporeal days, but we can begin by finding out what sort of taste they enjoy, and then define the recipe from there. Regardless, we shall need to fire up the ovens immediately. Last I checked our inventory, the kitchens are well stocked with vegetables, fish, and Charlian cookbooks. Probability that the AS historical diet is identical to that of the life forms of Aetherius is astronomically low. This unit proposes incorporating ingredients from other worlds as well. Adding flavorsome category for ingredient data. Lower near the vitrified port to contain content suitable for use as seasoning. Data indicates that organic life forms love seasonings. Fucking love seasonings. Some garlic, salt. Don't hesitate to taste test in the field. Of course, I'm going to be doing all the heavy lifting again, aren't I? Remaining allied units should proceed to the last dregs for recipe analysis. This unit will answer any further customer questions. Where am I going? Vitrified fort, huh? All away from the AA. Bunch of insensitive dicks. Should probably get my map for the day, but I'd rather just knock out the quest first. Yeah, and then whenever we get a fourth, we need a DPS. We'll be doing some Criterion Savage, it looks like. That's what I was alt tabbing into Discord while I was supposed to be voice acting for. Apologies for that again. Poor streamer etiquette. Oh, what do we got here? What kind of seasoning we talking? Bel or cumin, huh? Definitely gonna say cumin and not the other way. Well, I know it's cumin, but I know some people are gonna be like, eh, make sexual things out of it. I'm on to you, internet. Where am I? Oh, geez, I'm so far below. I'll, like, circle around. Could have ported a base Omicron, but whatever. I have like zero qualms about flying around Ultimate Fuel for a little bit. This place is fucking dope. Some damn good music. I have thus far asked 81,120 questions. This unit can feel the last remnant of its patience slipping. You can feel the concepts of patience. Interesting. Timely rescue. Chemical composition of ingredients within expected parameters. Then let the experimentation begin. Need some water after we're done with this. Throat's starting to feel it. Not bad, not half bad if I do say so myself. Dig in, Echo. Initializing progressive scan of gustatory inputs. Well. Taste through you. About to eat that good shit. Getting good in here, boys. Hell. You'll eat perfectly ordinary pasta. Seemingly innocuous hamburger. The hamburger. Or the vaguely terrifying fish. Yeah, I ain't scared. The terrifying fish. Go big or go home. Doesn't look very happy. That fish staring into your soul just now? Hopefully not. In any case, the pallid flesh must have thoroughly absorbed the added alien flavor. Apparently tasted something. Okay. I'm just gonna play that off like everything's fine. Random fish out in the sea of stars. We'll leave the glorious American hamburger for last. Perfectly ordinary pasta. Pasta is not unlike that of Aetheris, although the otherworldly flavor adds a tang of complexity. Chilihea, surely a gluten-tolerant life form, enjoys a massive bowl of carbohydrates. Seemingly innocuous hamburger. Give me it! Get that McDonald's rolling up here in Ultimate Fuel. Bring you that good stuff. Struck with the sudden certainty that that Chamigway either borrowed or stole this recipe from the last stand. Although the locally sourced flavoring had the unexpected spiciness of the medium rare meat inside, your tongue is now tingly. Story data received. Answering or transmitting to patron 007. Patron 008. Beam the flavor straight into their souls. Wow. Wow. So these are the flavors of which you speak. Sorry. Thank you for helpfully categorizing each as sweet, salty, sour, bitter, or savory. Here I'm quite overcome by the medley. It is impossible to say whether the sensory assault is identical to what I might have once felt when consuming sustenance. It is a useful reference to ruminate upon, nevertheless. It was well worth the effort in my book. Tell me, did any of the dishes strike you as particularly enjoyable? It's gonna be the fish. Fish, I bet it. I bet anything it's gonna be the fish. Oop. First stimulated me in the most pleasing fashion. How is this flavor derived? I'm just gonna defer to the fish. Because that's the one I chose first, but that's a good way to like hand wave their way through whichever one you actually did pick. Ah, that was flavored with local ingredients harvested by Echo, garnished with powdered miracle shrimp. Type of crustacean the Grabulots are farming in Elysian. Pulverized crustaceans. Nature of gustatory sensations is inscrutable indeed. Though we found these ones pleasing, perhaps indicates that we, too, once consumed mutilated decapods. I cannot imagine why we'd have left that behind. I'm grateful I've even simulated the experience. Aww. And there we have it. Do you think this will be enough to bring out more changes to Elysian? Probably. Exclusive. Unit proposes that allied units ascend to sand for signs of change. Back to Elysian, you say? Yeah. It is a pretty dope area. It reminds me a lot of the Pixie area, where it just like gets more and more like magical and fanciful, as you know. God, what do you want? Get out of here, you despair spreading hippie. Oh shit. Time to go back to Elysian and see what's changed. Sigma falls for concern. Sorry. Sigma falls for confirms that alterations have occurred. Let us proceed with the scan. Sigma balls can pick up on it, huh? Oh, they just teleported the abode of the A up here, huh? Oh, it's the mount! The thing! What are these things? Oh, tell me that's the mount animation. It'd be so cool if you can zap, use the zap thing. I want one of those mounts. These creatures certainly weren't here before, but what are they? They put me in mind of a Theris's jellyfish. No results found in database. Furthermore, these life forms differ from simulations and Ultima Thule on a molecular level. I mean, a new species has been born? Here? Is it so illogical? Elysian's climate is suitable for the growth of complex vegetation, and a significant portion of its surface is occupied by sea. Many life forms have arisen from similar environments. This unit would venture that under these conditions, the Aya's yearning for a corporeal past are sufficient to cause dynamis to coalesce as organic life. Huh. So then wanting their bodies back created new life, huh? That's incredible! New life! Aw, how adorable. Give me mount. Me. such very adorable life you are. Yes, you are. Look on the newborn babes, or so I assume. It hasn't passed since we have had a child. Yet is it not conceivable that some part of us remembers? These creatures rose from our fondness of the past. They indeed be the nascent forms mentioned in our ancient records. You see a certain resemblance. Would you like to give these little ones a name then? We lost the meaning to our names long ago. We was only the simple mnemonic system we now employ for individuals. Suggesting that we might impart the significance of these children via nomenclature is depressingly ludicrous. Nevertheless, we shall call them Mew-Miz. 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 Peculiar name to share, perhaps, but one we may find the meaning in together. Cannot spell that to save my life, but it sounds lovely. I should like to remain with Mew-Miz for a time. They doubtless know much of gustatory sensation and other such facets of corporeality. Serving as their guardians, we may yet reclaim some of what was lost. New life has arisen from the Aya's longing. Nurture and protect the Mew-Miz, where they have much to share. There is yet room for Elysian to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? You know, if it's the dude from the last area, I bet it's like the golden gardens and shit from the final area, dead ends. If that's the last edition of Elysian. It'd be a great deal more difficult to focus with those creatures about. They're so wibbly wobbly. Unit request you contain yourself. Energy levels are already low due to patience ceases pouring. Smile headshake. However, unit does commit to curiosity regarding the new life forms. It is probable that the new share data with the AI's genetic memory. Possibilities for their development are infinite. This differentiates them from the other dynamo-space life forms. Maybe they're just one more indication that you aren't doomed after all. This place was built for reigning, I assure you. We have seen many a beginning. Let's keep that trend going, shall we? Affirmative. Mission remains one constant among many variables. Oh yeah, ranked up. Like for now, right? Respected. We're gonna start with an R. We achieved respected reputation with the staff and patrons of the last Drax. New Omicron Travel Daily quest now available from Stigma Balls 4 A4 Research. Furthermore, you'll be able to undertake 3 additional quests. Yep. Usual stuff. I want to go look at Elysian. Back to Elysian. I want to see the new part. And the little jellyfish thing that turned into the mount. Yep, we have the Grabuloff and Corellians over here. I want to get to Aya's place. The immature tree, so what can I mine from this? Water crystals. Oh, the little things are so cute. I wonder if the mount has this animation too, the little like electric shock thing. Aww. Want it. Give me mount, please. Adorable these little guys are. Yeah. Mature some further, but how? Relax, they're already pleasingly gelatinous. Pleasingly gelatinous. Yeah, we're done here. Their levitation faculties are still developing. What are you looking at up there? Big blue ball. Sigma balls. Sigma balls 4. Over here. Come back here. Fiercely hopeful inscriptions. Even mine. What? You gotta be kidding me. They are suddenly hopeful and all it took was me and a hamburger. Even the invented Endwalker didn't do that shit. Maybe fish. What do we got in here? Elysian Playgrounds Beta. That fish we talking. The music in here is so good. I love this remix of Close in the Distance. Katoptron. Okay, so it's the same as the other fishing pools then. Nothing big different, nothing changed bigly. Oh, pretty cool. I like the design of the new area. Even though it's pretty much what we've already seen from the abode of the Aya. And Fuel itself. Still kind of like cool little mini representation. It's more bright to be sure. Also has the Mumizva, whatever, however you call these things. A little sneak preview of the mount. I'm willing to bet that the little electrocution thing is the mount animation. Let's see what the vendor unlocked. Right. And then just walk like a bum. Balls 4 has more quests, I already know. Ending unit. What did I unlock? I have the 7,000 card, right? Lumini, a minion, huh? Look at this. This minion. Now summon the Lumini minion. Where is he? Stigma Balls 4 product, manufactured as a warning for those AO who might rush into attaining a fleshly vessel before properly recalling the shape of their corporeal form. Those yearning to experience the taste of the ice cream, however, the reward may be worth the risk. Ice cream today. There's ice cream. Oh, so this is just the things. Hang on. Just yeah. Where are they? They're back out here somewhere, aren't they? There's the spoders. I don't want the spoder. The minion. There's like the big ball, isn't there? Yeah, I just sworn there's like a big ball. There's little burbs. Wandering the minion. You know what? It might be a fate. The big ball one might be a fate. Aw. I'll like hold him up next to the monster versions of him, but if it's just the fate, then can't do it. Yeah, I don't see him. I'm pretty sure the big ball version is a fate. That's sad. You can go check the other side of the area. I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain that's the case. Where is it? Do a quick lap over here. I got some more area. You inform the minions. Other ones. They aren't out here. Okay. Oh, sad. Hold up the minion next to the real boy version of it. They're not here. I don't really want to wait for that fate to spawn. Just go back to base Omicron. Close it out there. Manual plant, get on, yeah. That was the only thing that I unlocked, right? Was this new minion? I think took my balls for. Token exchange, yeah, Lumini was the only thing. Okay. Alright, so we've unlocked the rank of respected with the Omicrons now, so that's gonna be it for me for a little bit. I'm gonna be back in like as soon as I find a fourth for Criterion Savage, and then I'll be streaming that later on today. But I'm gonna take a little break right now and like relax and do some stuff around the house while I wait for somebody to get into Discord and tell me that they want to come. So, yep, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for support. You want to see more content and stuff, by all means, feel free to follow me on Twitch or like or something on YouTube, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It does mean a lot to me to see the positive reception to the content and see people enjoying what I'm putting out, even if it is something as stupid as my shitty voice acting for the quest. Yeah, this was Respected for the Aya, or Respected quest for the Aya. And yeah, like I said, I'll probably start the streaming again in a couple hours or so whenever we find a DPS to come do Savage progression with us for Criterion. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.